So in June, which is around this time, you guys got engaged.
Yes.
Okay, so he asked you to marry him?
Yes. When we got back together, after he messaged me and said, please come back to the house, I did. And he actually kicked the other woman out and said, you know, we need to talk later. And I thought he broke up with her, but he didn't break up with her. He just told her that he needed space.
Okay, did he give you a ring?
He did. Yes. He gave me a ring only days after we got back together.
Okay, so you guys get engaged in June. In July was our first interview that I did with Aaron.
Yes.
Were you there? Or
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Right, exactly.
There.
Yeah, I was trying to remember because it was a while ago. Okay, so we do this interview. I thought it was a really dope interview. I really got to, you know, kind of let people know about his whole background and so forth. We actually created a good rapport. You know, I really liked Aaron. I felt, you know, we had a good connection that day. Now, during this time, when you guys first got together, Aaron and his mom were not talking.
Yes.
And you actually told them that they should start talking again.
Yes.
Okay, and they started talking again.
They did.
Okay, but what happened when she started talking to you?
Yeah, so when she started talking to me, things were okay for a good, like, I'd say 5 months. She was talking to me. She was really nice to me, you know, called me and said, oh, I want to show you my recipes. And she would be really nice, you know, nothing, no problems, nothing. I decided when we got pregnant with Prince, our son, basically, Aaron said, you need to fly out. You know, I want you to come here and prepare our home for the baby. And so I flew her out to the home. During this time before she came to the house, me and Aaron were doing pretty well when we got the news that I was pregnant in February of 2021. So only, you know, maybe 6 months after we got back together, that's when I got pregnant with Prince. And we flew her out, and that's when I noticed he was back to his old ways again, with the you know, violence and just the drama online. It was all over again.
Right, and Aaron and his family have had a very tumultuous relationship, period. Like his whole family. His brother, his twin sister, his mom, everybody. So when his mom started coming back around, did it seem like they started to kind of reunite, or was there still a lot of drama between him and his mom?
So they reunited and things were okay. I mean, they spoke to each other very frequently. It's just when I met her, Aaron just decided to turn against me while she was there, and she obviously, you know, supported her son and, you know, said, oh, there's a couple things that she did that hurt my feelings. She was calling me a gypsy and, you know, little things like that really hurt my feelings. She also said some things on text messages that really emotionally damaged me, I'd say, and I still have a lot of trauma from that.
Well, you already touched on this. In February 2021, you got pregnant again.
Yes.
Okay. When you told Aaron that you're pregnant for the second time, how did he take it?
He's the one who found the test. Okay. I forgot to show it to him.
Okay.
I took the test, and basically he goes, is that a test? And I said, oh yeah, I took a test because I'm late. And I forgot to look at it because I had my girlfriend over. She was at our house and she came to visit. And he just came downstairs and he goes, it's positive. And I'm like, are you serious? So that's how we found out.
Okay.
He was the one who found out that we were pregnant because I forgot to show it to him and look myself.
And look yourself, right.
Yeah.
So he told you that you were pregnant.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so now you guys are going through this part again. And, you know, around this time from like February 2021 to like July, he was fairly even keeled from what I understand.
Yeah, but there were days where we had, you know, fights still. But I would have to say from the time I got pregnant, February 2021, till his mother got there, which was in July, things were okay. We were doing pretty good.
Okay, but you had a baby shower and he didn't show up.
No, he didn't want to go to the baby shower. he's the one who said, let's have a baby shower. I can sing at your baby shower. You can invite your friends. I can invite my friends. I was, excited about it because we previously went to my friend's baby shower and we found out we were pregnant the next day. And so he said, let's do the same baby shower as your girlfriend. And we planned it and everything. And then 2 days before the baby shower, I went to go get my eyelashes done, and his assistant was with us also. He flew her in to come help with the baby shower. And he just decided that he didn't want to go to the baby shower. And then he was upset that I drove off without him, even though he said he didn't want to go. And he was upset that I went to go get my eyelashes done, even though I get them done every 2 weeks regularly. So, yeah.
Well, when you're 7 months pregnant, things start to get even crazier.
Yes.
So what happens next?
So, 2 days after the baby shower, I came back thinking that we would be okay. And this was just one of his, I would say, episodes of just one of his episodes. And I came back to the house and to get my belongings, and I opened the door to another girl. And it was the same girl that was a daughter of some people down close by in Lancaster that was selling him like weed. So they all knew each other, and that the daughter was there.
Okay, so you're 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
And you come back to the house you're living in.
Yeah, and she opened the door and gave me my purse.
Oh.
Yes. While I'm pregnant.
While you're pregnant.
Yeah.
That was I'm sure that was a rough day.
This is a rough day. I will explain more in my book about details of events. But, as far as this interview, I'm just kind of giving like excerpts of what happened.
Yeah.
And like the timeline. But the full details will be in my book.
So he kicked you out of the house again?
He did, yeah. I mean,
This is the
he
third
was
time?
Yeah. I mean, there was
Okay.
multiple other times too.
Got it.
So.
Okay, so you leave again, but then he wanted you to come back?
Yeah, about maybe I'd say 4 or 5 days later, he said, I texted him and I said, hi. I said, can I come get the remainder of Prince's like all the stuff from the nursery? And I said, can I come with a moving truck or have someone do it for me, since I'm really tired right now and not feeling well with nausea? And he said no, and he said, I want you to come back. And then he basically eventually said, just come back to the house, and I did.
Okay, so you come back, and now you guys are living together, and then on November 22nd, Prince.
Yes.
Your son is born.
Prince is born.
Was it a hard pregnancy?
It was a C-section, unplanned C-section. I just went in for regular delivery, and then they turned it into a C-section. So it was pretty hard. It was hard on my body.
Yeah, I bet.
But Aaron actually did really well and I talk a lot about details in my book, so much to say, because I say more details on how he treated me with this day versus another day and everything like that. So.
Right, because you guys had your baby, but then a few days later,
yes,
he has a VladTV interview, and you guys show up with this brand new baby that's just a few days old.
We did. We showed up, yes.
By the way, as someone who has kids, I thought that was kind of crazy.
I mean, I really can't comment too much on that.
I didn't say anything because it's not my business, but
I had a lot going on at that time. I really didn't know what was right or wrong as a new mother. I mean, I did everything that I thought I was supposed to do with Aaron. He's the father, so I followed everything he wanted me to do.
Okay, because you and Aaron came to do a VladTV interview on November 29th, and then you guys broke up on November 30th.
Yes, publicly. And there was police cars at the house. And unfortunately, fans were calling CPS, actually the day that I gave birth to Prince. There was a social worker coming to my room and asking me some questions And they said, "Oh, do you feel comfortable?" You know, Aaron went to go smoke, and within 2 seconds, somebody came into my room, and it was a social worker, and they basically were waiting till he left the room to talk to me. And they said, "Are you, you know, are you okay in your home? Is there drug and abuse and all of that? Drug abuse in your home?" And I did say I don't want to comment, and I refused to speak to them. And I said, I just gave birth. I don't want to do this right now. And he kind of like closed the case, I think. And he just kind of left after that.
Okay, but you have this 1 week old baby.
Yeah.
And then you and Aaron, I think it was
So-
actually like right after the interview. Because
Yeah.
I saw something on TMZ. I'm
Yeah.
like, they were just here. They looked happy. What happened
It was,
between
it
now
was,
and then?
I think it was that night.
Yeah.
Basically, a couple of things happened. He was FaceTiming one of his assistants, and they were drinking wine together, like on FaceTime. I was with baby Prince, and we were already starting to fight, and I think they were gossiping about me and things, and it led into him saying that he wanted to break up with me. And they made a whole article out of it and everything. And I stayed in the house and went in the other room. I did not leave, but he wanted me to leave the house.
Police were called?
Yeah, the police were called.
So what did the police do?
They did like a check on everyone. Police were at the house. And I just had stitches in my stomach from the C-section.
Yeah.
So the fans were calling. He has quite a few, I would call them like his like fangirls. I don't know what to call them. I mean, honestly, that's what they are. And they, they wanted someone to hate on. They don't like the girlfriend or the fiance or the baby mama. They're kind of in that thought that they're married to him in their mind. So they were the ones making the calls too.